How's it going, Warriors fans? Damon Gray here, bringing you this week's episode of Eastern Overtime, the show where we bring you everything that happened last week, all the big news, and the previews for this up-and-coming week. We start with men's lacrosse, who played a few games last week taking on Wheaton College, in which they lost their first game, but then ended up redeeming themselves on Saturday against the University of Southern Maine. The Warriors ended up winning that one 16-6, with Sean Tierney leading the team with 4 goals. We spoke to head coach Brian Tilley about the offense for this season.
I think for our guys, we've been talking about sharing the ball. It's a big team effort. That's what we focus on every single day. And without a doubt, that's been our focus, and the guys definitely execute today. I think we shared the ball well. We had a lot of assisted goals, a lot of hockey assists, and that was the game plan. I was happy with the guys as far as that went.
Since that was the Little East Conference opener for the men, they ended up improving to 1-0 in conference play for 2015 season. Now we move on over to the women's lacrosse team as they took on Bridgewater State last week, and it was a tough loss for the women's lax team as the final score of that one was 10-11. During that tough loss for the Warriors, there was a few shining moments for Eastern Connecticut, starting with Paige Schneider. She had 4 goals in that game, bringing her total to 17 on the year. We now move on with the show with the men's and women's track teams as they went to the U.S. Coast Guard for the Spring Invitational. It was a tough day for Warriors track as both men's and women's team didn't place fairly well. The men came in last out of 11 teams, and the Lady Warriors came in 10th out of 11 teams. Some standouts though: Alexa Bonkamper came in 2nd in her class in the high jump, and Jason Binder came in 5th out of 19th in the long jump. Some bad news for the baseball team. A light fixture came down at the baseball field, and now the rest of the season at home is up in jeopardy. The facility team is trying all they can to get the lights back up, but the rest of the season for games here at home are in question. The rest of the games will be played at various locations throughout Connecticut. The women's softball season here at home also seemed to be up in question, but that's due to the crazy winter we had here in Connecticut. We have a picture right now as the field was shoveled and cleared this past Friday. This week we recognize 2 Warriors. Congratulations to Lee Katanach, a man that does not get enough credit, becoming the first in program history to reach All-America. Also, congratulations to John DeCasanova, receiving the Casey Courage Award by Connecticut Sports Writers Association. Everybody here at ETV Sports, very proud of our Warrior athletes. And that will do it for this week's episode of Eastern Overtime. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We're going to leave you off with a schedule of all athletic options for this week. For everybody here at ETV Sports, I'm Damon Gray. Have a great rest of your week.